Oh, lovely jubbly. Hello. I'll just put that away. So, welcome back. We'll have a little bit of a rant today, but we're also going to discuss the failure rate of traders, because I think it's a subject that not many people touch on. So let's roll the intro. We'll have a little chat about it. Hi, welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Langers, and I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy Trader. You're about to find that out when I go up in the study in a second, because I am an aging child, and that's the beauty of my life. I'm going to grow old disgracefully, but it doesn't mean to say that I'm not professional in what I do. I am very disciplined in my job, and that's what trading is to me. It's a job. So if you come here expecting it to be a get-rich-quick scheme, no, because I am not one of these.
You ding-dong!
Give it to me again.
You ding-dong!
Oh, make it stop!
It's just a vlog of me at work, having a coffee, we all know Scruffy likes a coffee, and taking the mickey out of my dear wife.
You sexy thing, you.
And that's it. I do this channel for pure enjoyment. That is it. I am not Steven Spielberg, although the production values are getting a bit better because I bought a better camera, because I've kind of got into it as a hobby. But a hobby's meant to be fun. And at times, it's not fun. So what I'm going to do, I've been playing at my desk this morning. So I'm going to show you what I've been up to, because I'm getting a new addition for my desk. And then we're going to have a little chat about the true failure rate of trading and what it means to be a trader. So come with me. Let's go in the study. Yes, that adds very well to my desk. Makes me happy. And I know what you're thinking. You'll be sitting there, scratching your head. What is he doing? He's 50-year-old. He's got a starship on his desk. And he's playing with it. You're right, I am. Because like I said, age is a state of mind. Okay? And just because I'm 50 doesn't mean to say I can't enjoy my life. Because I enjoy my life every single day. You know, sometimes it has its moments. And as the Facebook group saw the other day when this email came in, and I'll show you, because this is some of the flack that I get.
You ding-dong!
Give it to me again.
You ding-dong!
Personally, I think you're a fucking idiot.
You know, that day is not so good. Alright? And I don't really understand it. And it's not a thing for you to comment below and just say rise above it and he's an arsehole, all that sort of thing. Just by reading it, I can see that they're a complete moron. But it does make me think about the industry. And when I'm thinking about the industry, you have various debates, and I only really post in baby pips now and again, but all the other forums I used to be in about 12. I don't post in any of them anymore because they're just full of lunatics. You know, somebody comes in, first question, what's your strategy? Where'd you get in? Where'd you get out? And they're not interested in having a conversation. They're only interested in their own self-gain. And that's why they're failing. Because they have zero respect. First, for the person that might be answering the question, before themselves, as this email is just portrayed. And the part that I take away from the email is, said he lost money and I have to give it back. Now, I'm not a teacher. And yes, I do one-to-one mentorship and people pay for that. But that doesn't go in my pocket. I give that to charity, as I've explained before, you know. And the reason I give it to charity is it's something I've always done. And my mother was a nurse. And I have carried on that sort of caring nature that was instilled into me by my mother. And the hospice that I support is where she spent her final days. So it has a kind of connection to me at a personal level. And that's why I do it. And when I had the factory, every bank holiday, we had a charity day and we'd dress up in here.
Hang on.
Hold on, 2 seconds.
Alright, go on.
Get in it, Joe. Fresh your bud.
And we had a jolly old time, you know, and if there was an event, sort of bonfire night, Halloween, I would still have a charity day and I'd have them at my house. I mean, here we go. It's a good party we had. And 10% of what I took on those days, I give to charity. And I do it because it makes me feel good. You know, no other reason. It's just a nice thing to do. All right? And you need these nice little things in your life to make you feel better. Now, trading, because it's emotional, can exaggerate all of that. And I know you're scratching your head going, how did you go from there to there? Well, when I do a one-to-one, there's a couple of things that's within it. One, it keeps me sharp because I'm answering questions that's going to hopefully enhance somebody that's asked it. And secondly, I know from doing that little bit of work, I've helped somebody that needs it. So it makes me feel good. It's an emotion. And you need these emotions. Now in trading, it works the same way because it is the most emotional job you will ever have. You will swing from a high to a low within an hour. You know, it's absolutely mind-boggling how stressful trading is. Now, when you're on a pound a point and it moves 10 points against you, it's only a tenner. You know, a little over what a McDonald's meal will cost. But when you get into wage-making levels, that 10-point move on £20 a point is £200, which is a day's wage. And it'll move 10 pips like that. So you've got to be prepared for it. And you have these swings high and low. And that's where I think these trolls are coming from. You know, they're not respecting the market. And they're losing money. And the need to point the finger it's somebody else, because we now live in a culture that nobody takes responsibility for their own actions. If I fail, I look in the mirror and I blame me. I don't look at the people who showed me years ago, and say it's your fault. And I couldn't do that anyway, because my way of trading is pretty much my own. It's something that I've developed. I've taken elements from 3 or 4 different people that I've met through my life, and I've taken little pieces of each and cobbled it together into my own style. And then over the course of the last 5 years, I've developed that to what you see me trade. Now, the way I trade is quite discretionary. It's not mechanical. So it's why I can't teach you how to do it in these videos. I have to read the chart, and every chart changes every day. So I have to be alert every day and on my A game every day. But what I am doing today is different to what I'm going to be doing next week, because the market conditions change. The core values are the same, and I'm looking for a certain criteria, but I also have to be able to think on my feet, and that's the difference between day trading and swing trading. Now, when I'm swing trading, that's a different kettle of fish. I have another system that I've developed that is pretty much robotic and mechanical. There's not a lot of discretionary in it. So again, it just looks after itself. But I love day trading because it's my job. But when you're day trading, your best tool is patience. And sometimes I have time on my hands, which is why I need my toys. So that comes back to, why is the boy an idiot? It's because I need these toys. And while I'm waiting for the market to come to a level I want to trade at, or I'm in a trade and I'm looking to get out of it or whatever, and I need it to play out, I've got to occupy my mind. It's great when I'm at Winky's office because I do the paperwork and the accounts there. But when I'm here, I'm kind of locked in my little den of profit, as I call it. So I play with my toys. And I'm very grateful when they're sent to me, and it really elates me. And it certainly makes up for what I've just shown you. But going back to what I've just shown you, I think the problem there is it's not me directly. Could be, because I have a very dark sense of humour and some people don't get it. But the answer to it is very simple. Don't like what I do, don't watch me. I don't care. I do. Of course I do. I do it because I enjoy it, and some of the feedback that I get is fantastic, and that keeps me going. But when I say I don't care, I mean I don't care about the negativity. Makes for a good rant, as we just having. And trust me, if I did this the other day when I came in, it would be an X-rated rant, because it does blow your top at times, and sort of having that wished on you is not good, which is why the person who sent it to me will never succeed, because it's not respectful, which means they're not respecting the markets, but ultimately they're not respecting themselves. And that's what you have to be. You must be disciplined, and you must respect what you're doing. But they don't. And this is reflected in a very old saying. And it's the 390s. 90% of traders will lose 90% of their money in 90 days. But the reason that's there, it's not because they're bad traders or the industry's a scam or anything like that. It's because you're not educated and you haven't got the respect of the markets it needs, and you put no thought into what you're doing. Now, one of the brokers I use 3 brokers, and they all have roughly the same failure rate. Here's one. 76%. Okay, it's pretty high. I know you scratch your head and you think, well, the odds are against me. You're right, they are. But the part that's against you is not the market. It's you. You have an itchy trigger finger because you'll wake up in the morning, switch your computer on, and the first thing in your mind is, well, give me a trade. I want a trade. Why isn't there a trade? You haven't put any thought into what you're doing. So you'll look for something that isn't there. And tell me in the comments whether you've done this, because I'm pretty sure you will. You've forced your will into the market and you placed a bad trade without looking at the overall picture. Even though you knew if you waited about an hour, you'd probably get in at a decent position and made some money. Because what happens is you have an itchy trigger finger, you open your position, automatically goes against you, hits your stop loss because it's been too tight or it's in a logical area, and then the market turns around and goes in the direction that you thought you were going to go anyway. So all that's happened is you've give your money to Mr. Market. And you did that because you weren't trained, you weren't disciplined, and you didn't respect the market that was in front of you. Now, I know these sound sort of patronizing in a way, and I hope they don't. What I'm trying to sort of get through is a lot of the time the markets are portrayed in a way that it's a con and a scam when it's not. It's just you're ill prepared to deal with it. If you were going to fly an airplane, there's no way someone would let you in the cockpit unless you knew what you were doing with the controls. But you think that just because you can switch the computer on, that you're qualified to be a trader. You're not. And the idiots that I showed you earlier on are selling you a dream that doesn't exist. It's a fugazi. Just wrong. And then all that happens is you try it, you automatically assume that the market's stacked against you and it's a scam, and you point the finger at somebody else. In this case, me. And it amazes me because I've yet, in any of my videos, shown you exactly how I trade. I give you pointers, I'll give you things to look for, but I never actually show you how I do it. And I probably never will, because it's something I can't teach you. You know, I trade in a unique way. All right? And that's what makes me successful. But you'll have other traders who equally have unique ways. And they can't teach you either, because it's individual to them. And that's something I've said on many videos. Trading is very individual, because it has to fit in with your personality and your lifestyle. And you have to evolve it around that. Just like any freelance worker, you know, the way they run their business or work their freelance entity would be unique to the way that they are, because it suits their personality and their lifestyle. And because every single one of us is different, every trading style is pretty different, you know. So make into that what you will. But I'm talking about my day trading perspective here. My swing trading, as I said, is a different kettle of fish. So I'm going to kind of round it up. It was really a quick video to show you kind of some of the crap I have to put up with. Like I say, I don't want it to be a witch hunt with the comments below. Please comment about your own trading and have a discussion about that. Don't fuel the fire for the sort of trolls of this world. YouTube are doing a pretty good job of getting rid of them anyway, because they're kind of recognising that when you see a dislike coming in the first 30 seconds and they haven't watched the video, or they are constantly doing dislikes, they're doing the same as what the eBay and Amazon are now. where if you're giving bad feedback at a over rate, they just kick you off the forum and you never get back on. And it's a good thing, you know, because people need to realise that you have to be respectful to each other. And just because you fail doesn't make you a failure. You know, it just means you haven't been taught yet. And you need to understand what it is you're missing and get better. And that's what life's all about. Or have I missed something here? Anyway, so there we go. So I'm going to leave it a little bit now. I've had a little bit of a rant and a ramble. And it's really just me getting something off my chest and giving a little perspective on what I believe the failure rate is. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. Oh, hello.
There you go.
And talking about things that you love, come sit here, because it's been a rough day.
Oh dear.
This is my favourite toy, and I like to play with it. Can I play with you? It's worth a shot, wasn't it? Remember, guys, do what you love, and money will follow. See you all in the next one.